Okay, very happy to be joined by 3-0 amateur, the Yorkshire Terrier, which is an excellent nickname. It works on so many levels. Jack Terry. Jack, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you? I'm good, good.
I'm good, man. Back cage deal September 7th. Been a long wait to see you back in the cage. Doncaster Dome, so it's kind of a home show for you as well. Challenging for the Bantamweight Championship. Current
Yeah.
champion is Jonathan Francisco. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I wouldn't have it any other way, bro. Like you say in Doncaster, it's been a year. It's fell into a title fight. It seems like everything just fell into place, all just adding up. So yeah, it's just there for me to take it. You know what I mean? It's a good platform for me to win that belt, especially in Doncaster as well.
Yeah, I've never been up to Doncaster, but from what I've seen,
Lucky
Doncaster.
guy.
No, I'm gonna say the Doncaster Dome's a big old place, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a great venue, man. You know what I mean? You can get everyone locally there. It's a lot easier to tell people to come. A lot of
Yeah.
people will commit. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'll come watch it. I'll come watch it." Barnsley, it's a bit far. You know what I mean? But Doncaster, they'll come Doncaster and support more people than not, and it's a bit sweeter when you win it when you're doing it at home. You know what I mean? It means a little bit more to you, I think.
Yeah. Obviously, first title fight, 3-0 as an amateur, perfect record. How has the preparation been for this one? Because obviously we'll touch on it again a bit later, but it's been a long time since we've seen you in the cage.
Mm. Yeah, the preparation this time is just different. Like you said, I've had a year to mature, so I think my preparation is probably the main thing that's changed. Like everything's just so calculated. I understand my body more. I've been getting work at different gyms, getting different bodies, going up to IMA, AVT, working with some of the best amateurs, just seeing the different level and mixing it with them boys there. So everything's just leveled up. I mean, everyone says, "Oh, this is the best camp ever," whatever, all that bullshit. But this has been a great camp. You know what I mean? I've had excellent work. My weight's been great as well. So yeah, no complaints, man, none at all.
Yes, obviously you talk about leveling up. Why is now the right time for an opportunity like this to go for an amateur title?
Like you say, I've been putting in work. I mean, I've had a year out, but I think a lot of people see my level in my, especially on my last fight, which was still cage steel again. It was
Yeah.
such a big step up. I think the only place for me to go on then was to fight for a belt. So I feel like, in my opinion, I should have already had a belt. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect time, and I hadn't had it. I wanted it, but I'm a year more experienced. I know I had a year in the cage to keep active like I want to do, but I will do. I'm still a year better. You know what I mean? I'm a better martial artist because of it, and I think you're going to see that next week.
Yeah. Obviously you're putting in that work, a lot of it at the HD Performance Center. Mark
Hmm.
Diakoze, another Doncaster lad. Um, how important has it been for you so early in your career to have someone so high level kind of guiding you and working with you? Obviously, a big fight coming up for him in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, massive fight for him. And like you say, you think my level's high in a camp. You imagine that guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
sometimes you don't kind of realize it. Like you pinch yourself because I know him on a level now. I've trained with him for a very long time, and he's coached me for a very long time. It's almost normal knowing him on a level. But every so often, I realize, and people remind me after, and I go over places, and I realize how lucky we've got it here to have someone that's bringing that level of technique back to us. And he's so selfless. Like he's there to teach you, and he's interested in what you're doing. He's got so much going on. You know what I mean? He's a big name. He doesn't have to care, but he's there so much. Whenever he's not in camp, he's helping. He's messaging. He's happy to see how you're progressing, and he's been there all the way through my MMA journey since I started MMA. He's been there, and I think that's like I'm a product of the gym. You know what I mean? And I want to bring us. I think the first guys starting that amateur career just at that gym, just MMA. I want to be the product of the gym and bring him a belt, man. Yeah, 100%.
yeah. Jonathan Francisco is the guy standing in the way between you and bringing home that belt. Cage Steel Bantamweight champion. Um, Obviously you fought in Cage Steel before, so I assume he's a guy you'd kind of seen before and had on the radar. But what do you know about him and what are your thoughts?
Not even, I watched the bantamweight fight. I'm guessing it got freed up because I watched two other bantamweights compete for a strap on a show, and I was like, this should be me. So the
Yeah.
belt is what I've had in my mind, and I've been watching it anyway. But he won the belt, and my management approached me with the fight, and I looked at his style, and I'll be honest, technique for technique, I think it's not close. Do you know what I mean? But he does
Mm.
look like he's got that dog in him, and he will bring it. He will bring it. He'll come forward, and he's exciting because it will be a big challenge here. I'm not overlooking this guy because everyone I say I've been the aggressor, especially after the first round. I've been able to aggress everyone, and I feel like this guy's going to keep coming forward, and I'm going to be able to show hopefully more wrinkles, my grappling and fighting on the back foot, and decode this guy. But yeah, it's an exciting fight for me.
Yeah, let's talk about the layoff. Obviously, about a year since the last time you were in there, which is it's really rare in the amateur setup when you've got
Yeah.
guys fighting every other week, guys fighting every month. What's the reason behind that? Was it injuries? Was it just wanting to take that time to develop? What was the thinking there?
Yeah, so last year was the first year I started fighting, and although I had 3 fights, which is not as many as people would think is always active, I was always competing in grappling and
Yeah,
seeking competition. So I was active in that mindset. And then I had another great fight booked, and I was excited by it. I was hungry, driven, and then my rib had broken like my rib
yeah,
before, and this had come back, and it'd give me a lot of trouble. I'd always had little injuries. Do you know what I mean? I'll crawl in the cage. You know what I mean? Usually, but this put me out of training. This put me out of lifting. Or just to own my thoughts. So I had to pull out of a fight, and my problem is that, like you say, maturity wise, I've learned to come back when I need to come back, not when I want to come back. So that also sets me back because I'm so itching to get back in there that I'll come back a little bit early, step myself back even further, and then I'm there angry at myself. And a lot of people tell me, "Oh, listen, you need to give it the rest. You need to give it the rest." And I didn't listen, but now I'm mature enough to understand that, and I do listen. So yeah, I'm looking to right that wrong.
yeah. Obviously you'll be 4-0 cage steel champion. That's the goal
Oh,
here.
that sounds nice. Sounds nice.
Yeah, that's the goal here. And then when you get to that point, what is this next progression look like for you? Have you kind of talked about it with your management, with Mark, with your team about
Yeah,
what these next steps could look for you and how you're looking to take things going forward?
I've just mentioned like about uh, saying not looking forward, not looking past this guy. So
Yeah.
obviously that sounds like saying that it's got a bit of a ring to it, you know what I mean? It sounds healthy. So yeah, I could be looking at some bigger fights. I think I just want to look inside the rankings. I want to climb up the rankings and look who's ahead of me, and then test myself. Like I say, I'm actually a good grappler in the gym. I'm a seasoned grappler. A lot of guys know that my grappling's good, but I've not even shown that in the cage. So for me, I'd like to show my whole game and see where a few of my holes are, iron them out like you should in amateur, and then move forward. But I'm looking to get active. So as soon as this fight happens, if I can't defend straight away, or I'm looking to get another fight, quick turnaround against an even better guy, and then yeah, take the hardest fights possible and then road to pro, I think, man. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when people think of amateur MMA, IMAF is generally considered sort of the
Yeah.
highest level. Is that a route you consider? Go Four Nations, IMAF, is that something that's on your mind?
Yeah, it sounds appetizing. My management like that route as well. We spoke to management about it. I actually went up to a training session there. I got on well,
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Travelled up to Loughborough for a session, and yeah, that seems a good route. If that lines up with a time period and there's an opportunity to get in there and mix it with them boys, then yeah, I'm not ruling that out. Not ruling that out for sure.
Perfect. Because amateur fighting, you're not being paid, you're just there for reps. It's a tricky life. So how are you able to how have you been able to get by basically with, you're not being paid to fight,
Yeah.
you're just in there for reps. Like how are you able to make ends meet?
I work full time, which is
Yeah.
hard. You know what I mean? My skills that I'm showing right now, to a point that I'm at right now, all the guys I'm mixing it with, a lot of them don't work at all. They
Yeah.
either do 1-to-ones or they fund themselves through the gym. I've had no handouts in my life.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I ain't had no. I've almost had pull back. I've had to help people out below me, kind of thing, or my family and stuff like that. I've never had no push or nothing like that. I wouldn't have it any other way, but yeah, I work full time as an electrical engineer, and
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now while I'm training. And money wise, it's hard, but yeah, I'm literally training as much as I can. I'm still trying to train every day. I can't do 2 sessions a day, but while I'm at work, I'm making sure that I'm studying. You know what I mean? I'm writing down. I'm
Yeah.
watching the game. I'm obsessing about the game on my breaks. I'm trying to get that little step up above all these other athletes, man. I'm trying to think, oh, what did I learn today? 1% better, and trying to find any other way to climb. You know what I mean? Climb past them, and that's how I'm handling it right now. In the future, it may change, but I'm happy right now.
Yeah. We have a quick fire segment, so I'm just going to ask you some quick fire questions.
Uh oh. Yeah.
Favorite food,
Oh, Chinese.
yeah. Favorite drink,
Ooh. Baileys.
favorite breakfast cereal or go-to breakfast,
Ooh. Poached eggs on toast, man. Yeah, that's my breakfast.
favorite movie,
Training Day for now. I'll say that. What a film.
favorite TV show.
Ooh, Snowfall.
It's two in a row that said that. Guy I interviewed
Is
yesterday
it?
said that as well.
Well, then everyone needs to get on to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and
Great
he's
show.
an HD guy as well.
Yeah.
So there's
Who was
something in
it?
Stephen Clancy Simmons.
Oh, yeah, nice, nice.
Yeah, so you've got that in common.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
favorite musician,
50 Cent.
favorite sport other than MMA.
Football.
Doncaster Rovers,
Sometimes Arsenal, actually, but yeah.
Arsenal. All right, okay.
Nah, Donny Rovers are
Um,
good, though, man.
Arsenal gonna do it this year.
Oh, God. I hope so. Worse than losing a fight every single time.
Yeah. Favorite fight.
Favorite fight ever. Ooh, favorite fight. I won't say my favorite fight, but I'd say my favorite performance is Dominic Cruz versus DJ Dillashaw.
Favorite fighter.
Dominic Cruz.
Favorite submission to practice
To practice,
or to pull off in a fight.
to pull off in a fight, I'll go with the North-South choke, man. Switch
Yeah.
it up.
Funniest person you've met in MMA.
Funniest person I've met in MMA. Probably, I haven't met him in MMA, but my best friend that I trained with, AJ Hall. Yeah, he's a funny guy, man.
And the best piece of advice you've been given.
Uh, lose every day in the gym. Lose every day in the gym.
Yeah,
Great advice, man.
perfect. Cage Deal, September 7th is where people can see you next at the
Be
Doncaster
there.
Dome. Bantamweight Championship. When yourself and Jonathan Francisco step into the cage, what can the people expect?
Well, expect fireworks because this guy's going to be coming forward. So I don't think he's going to back down. So might have to put this guy away. I think I'm going to have to put this guy away. So yeah, tune in, man. I think it's going to be the fight of the night. I hope so. You're going to watch my best performance, and yeah, I'm going to put on a show.
Yeah, sounds an exciting one, man. I'll be checking it out. Best of luck. Just
Thank
feel
you, mate.
free, shout out any sponsors you've got and where people can kind of follow you and keep up with the journey.
Yeah, just follow my Instagram, Jack TYT MMA, and also use code CS Terry if you want to buy tickets on my checkout. And also follow my TikTok, which is the Yorkshire Terrier as well. I'm on there. So yeah, that's all for now.
Perfect. Well, thanks for taking the time. Best of luck, man.
I enjoyed this, man. Thank you.
Thank you.